Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe so you can be notified when I go live or upload a new video, and please like this video. Child, listen, at this point I'm just, it has gotten to the point where you cannot trust anybody. Okay, let's just put it out there here and now. All right, I think what it is that I'm too trusting and I'm too good-hearted to people, and I want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and you cannot do that. You cannot trust anybody. Okay, you cannot trust anybody around your children. You cannot trust anybody in your home. You cannot trust nobody with your business. You cannot trust anybody with your life. I guess it's okay, because I'm going to have to stop being that way. I'm going to have to come to that realization that people are just, not everybody has a good heart. Not everybody is honest. Not everybody is going to tell you the truth, and not everybody is a good person. It came to my attention. I had interviewed Leonardo, the retardo. And I'm just fit to be tied right now. I'm so upset. I interviewed him, and he had me convinced that he was nothing like Nature Boy. Nothing like Nature Boy. That he was different. And I believed it. I really, it seemed like him and his wife were very nice people. Or they appeared to be. But then I was reading through my comments earlier, and I came across a comment that kind of just made my throat jump straight to the pit of my stomach. And so I did a little investigating, which is what I should have done in the first place. But you're not thinking about somebody's record, you know, when you're interviewing them about somebody else. But what had happened, and this is what disgusts me, okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you. It would appear that he had pled guilty for forcible touch. And I can't really read this. Forcible touch to someone under the age of 13. There's two things there that he pled guilty to. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it says forcible touch and sexual abuse, victim under the age of 13 years old. And this happened recently. This happened recently. What is wrong with freaking people? What is wrong with people? that you have to put your hands on a child. I am so upset right now. I am so freaking upset. And then he sits around and says what he says about Nature Boy. When you're one in the same. You're one in the same. There's no difference. No difference between you two at all. And my God, you know, why would the wife take him back? Why? I mean, they're obviously together. If that is his wife, allegedly, I don't know. I assumed it was. What was it? Was it whose child was that? What does she have a child? Was it another child that I don't know. At this point, I'm just so sick to my stomach. Well, I did text him. I did try to reach out to him. Because, you know, if he was in front of me, it probably wouldn't have went so good. So the message says, "You're no better than your brother, and you're disgusting. I saw what you did, and I'm going to make sure my subscribers know what you did." And then I asked him, "And your wife stayed with you after that?" He replies and says, "What are you talking about? And who's this? And where did you get your information?" I basically said, "You know who I am. We just had an interview." And then he was like, "Well," and he's playing dumb here. "And where did your information from? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? You know what you did. You know exactly what you did." Court records are public information. How do you explain doing that to a child? I gave you the benefit of the doubt and really thought you were different than your brother, but you're clearly one and the same. Then he says, "That was incorrect. We see the camera. That why I was released." Okay. I don't care if you were released or not. In my opinion, I don't think that they give you guys enough time for doing that, what you do. Okay? Well, I'm going to calm down a little bit here because I'm about to explode. Okay? It doesn't change the fact that you pled guilty to that. Okay? You can't, there's no getting around that. That's saying, "Yep, I did that." You owned it. I don't care what was on any camera. And what the heck was the camera? Where did the camera come from? What camera? I don't even remember saying that to him. I even asked him, "The camera?" Then I'm like, you pled guilty. Then he says, "No, nothing like him. Sorry, not going back and forth. Have a good night." And I just said, "I hope you have a miserable night." And I do. I hope he does. I cannot fathom what a grown man sees in something like that. Why would anyone do that to a child? It just, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And it's usually the people we trust. And it doesn't matter how well you think you're protecting your child, because you can be the best mother ever. You can be the best mother, and it will still happen. It could still happen. So I could say, we gotta watch our kids, because it could be somebody that's close to us that's capable of something like this. It doesn't matter how nice the person is, or how well you know them, or how much you trust someone. You cannot trust anybody. And even if you don't trust anybody or have anybody around your kid, it still could happen. Because we got people like this walking around, and it's becoming more and more. I don't know if it's happening more and more now, or if it was just kept more of a secret back then. I don't know. But one thing I will say is this has got to stop. There has got to be stiffer punishment for these things, because you can't even call them human. Okay? I'm telling you what. People that are harm, God warned about that. You harm one of his little ones, you're gonna, oh. And I had just said too, that same thing happened to me, and it happened to somebody I'm very close with. And I'm sure it seems like probably everybody out there probably is affected by this, or knows somebody who has went through something like this. And it's horrific. You take a life when you do that. You really do, because that child is never going to be the same again. Never. Something has to be done. Something has got to be done. We got to get stricter laws on this. Something has to be done. And then you plead guilty to something like that. I believe it says that he was arrested maybe sometime in June, July, August, 3 months ago. That's what you get for taking a life, ruining a life. Just because you didn't take a life physically doesn't mean you didn't mentally, and that's sometimes worse. I'm going to end this. I feel sick, and I'm sad. My heart goes out to the child. And I'm going to pray for that child. I'm going to pray that it overcomes this somehow. God bless. Good night.